Hello and welcome to British Science Week 2021. Now clearly we're not at school at the moment, and so what I wanted to do is bring a bit of science into your home and give you a few kitchen experiments that you can have a go at over the next week or so. So we're going to start by having a look at the egg. And what we're going to do today is to peel this egg without cooking it using only some vinegar. So the first thing that you will need to do is to place your egg very, very carefully into some kind of container. So I'm using this glass here. And then you need to completely cover your egg with a bit of vinegar. Now, vinegar is an example of an acid. So it's ethanoic acid. And the outside of this eggshell is made of a substance called calcium carbonate. Now, my four mates should know that when we react an acid with a metal carbonate, we make a salt and water and carbon dioxide. And so that's what's happening here. We are reacting the outside of this eggshell with the acid in order to make something called calcium ethanoate plus water and some carbon dioxide. So if you look really carefully, already on my eggshell you can see lots of bubbles forming around the outside. Now, vinegar isn't a particularly strong acid. In fact, it's quite a weak acid, it's quite a dilute acid, and so this is going to take quite a long time to react. But over the next 24 hours, that eggshell is going to react and to get broken down, and we're going to end up with just the membrane around the outside, keeping all of that egg white and that yolk inside. So give your egg a bit of a swirl every few hours just to knock off that carbon dioxide so that the vinegar can get to your eggshell. So having left this for 24 hours, I've taken my egg out of the glass and I've given it a rinse to get rid of the vinegar, and you can see that my egg is now nice and soft and it feels quite rubbery. So the last thing that we need to do to be able to see the white and the yolk inside is to get rid of this layer on the outside. So the easiest way to do that is to run it under a bit of cold water and just rub it nice and gently with your finger. You can see that even without water, I'm starting to break down that little outer layer so that I can see the membrane. So there you have it. There's my egg without the shell. You can see that you've got the orange yolk on the inside surrounded by the white or the albumin. I've got a little bit of shell left on top, so possibly that's where the egg was pressed up against the side of the glass so the vinegar couldn't get to it. But this membrane is surprisingly tough. So lots of people suggest adding a little bit of vinegar to the water when you boil an egg, and that's supposed to make it a little bit easier to peel your egg. Whether that actually works or not, I'm not sure, but certainly you can peel an egg without heating it at all by adding your vinegar to decompose the outside.